Hi Geoff, I'll invite you in 1 second. Most awesome guest. He's an international speaker. He's the creator and author of Oh My God Marketing and Celebrity Service. Geoff, I'm so happy to have you here today, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be interviewed by me on Brilliant Speaker.
Oh, my pleasure, and hello to everybody watching on live.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Christine. So, Geoff, my first question for you is, can you tell us a little bit about your story? And can you tell us how you've ended up being an international speaker?
Right. After university, I went and I was a job as a marketing advisor for startup businesses in County Durham, Chesley Street, Durham City, and I was about sort of a year into the role or so, and my business enterprise lecturer, William Angower from the university, we still kept in touch. He came to our wedding. He contacted me. He said, "Geoff, we've got a motivational business guru coming into the university to speak." And I was like, "A what?" I mean, this is before TED. This is before websites. And I was like, "A motivational what?" He said, "Business guru." He said, "I think you'll love him. Would you like to come along?" I said, "Well, I'm no longer a part of the university." He said, "No, you're alumni. Come in." So I was in a suit and tie. So a year after university, or however long it was, I walked into the lecture theatre. I was the only one of my year who actually went. So he invited a lot of people. I was the only one that was there who was, "Oh, I'll have a look at this." And I saw this guy present, and he had two flip charts either side of the sort of stage, and he was like, bang, 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 tips, ideas, stories, tips, ideas, stories, bang, business. And I was just writing copious amounts of notes, and I loved it. And I was like, "Oh my word, this is amazing." I just loved it. And it was sponsored by Barclays, and it was at Sunderland University Business School. And there's sort of the penny dropped. I thought, this is amazing, but this guy is being paid from Barclays to come up here to deliver this. And I got in the car that night, and when I got home to Haley, my wife, I said, "I would love to do this." She said, "What?" I said, "Speak." She said, "On what?" I said, "On my passion on, marketing and also customer service." And that's where the first inkling of the shoots of me becoming a speaker was in that moment. And I know a lot of people will recite a lot of the American legends of speaking and all of these big razzmatazz people. This guy was a 5 foot something Brummie called Tom Edge. And he inspired me like nobody else. And I just absolutely loved every single second. And that's where it first started. When I started my own business 16 years ago, I was 95% consultant, 5% speaker. So I was doing tiny little events, tiny little seminars, events in, for the Chambers of Commerce, Enterprise Agency, and also Barclays, funnily enough. And 9 years ago, I decided what I wanted to really do in my life was to become a speaker. This was really what I wanted to do. And as I sit here with you now on Facebook Live, I am 100% speaker, 0% consultant, and this isn't a job. I love every second of this. So that's a brief potted history, but Tom Edge was the guy all those years ago that inspired me.
Well, it's great hearing that. And so many speakers, it's because they've seen other speakers and it's inspired them. And it's about having that courage to go out and follow your true purpose. And I think that's true for so many speakers. They've just seen other speakers. I know that's true for me too. So amazing. I mean, the things you're doing now are absolutely amazing, Geoff. I'm watching your social media and I just love seeing all your posts.
Thank you.
So coming to my next question.
Yeah. Oh,
Now,
I thought we're just doing one. I'm not just doing one question. I thought that was it. Okay.
I've had my time. So I've worked for big name brand hair salons all my life, and I know the importance of customer service. Now, when we used to get complaints in the big brand hair salons, it would never be about the haircuts. It would be as simple as you forgot to offer them a cup of coffee. Now, you get good customer service and bad customer service, and
Yeah,
people remember both, but most people will more likely talk about the bad customer service, and so many companies get it wrong.
yeah.
Can you share a takeaway of how good customer service can grow a business?
I'll share the biggest takeaway, and it's something that anybody here watching on live, whether you're a speaker, whether in any walk of life in business, and it's the question regarding my topic in my book, which is celebrity service. And it's the one question that is inspiring. It's inspired the book, it's inspired the talk, but it's also inspiring businesses the world over to redesign and redefine their levels of service. We all think we're delivering a high level, okay? Whether we forget the coffee to ask or the magazine or whatever, we all think we're delivering a high level. But if an A-list celebrity, Hollywood god or goddess were to tweet, email, phone, walk into your business this afternoon, what would you say? What would you do? How would you react? What would be the difference? What would be the difference in the service that you and I would get compared to Brad, Angelina, you name it? What would be the difference? Because the difference is the gap between what you think you're delivering and what you could deliver. That is the celebrity service gap. And it's just a question. Every time a Specsavers store opens on a morning, they do the celebrity service. They talk about celebrity service and what can we do today. Every time a flight leaves Dubai and Emirates or Helsinki with Finnair, even in the briefing calls, what can we do? What can we do to deliver celebrity service today? It's a way of thinking, but it inspires us in a creative but also a fun way to think about how we can raise the levels. Because I've got one big problem, and I may as well tell you this now, and I tell you it on stage, so I may as well tell you it now. I have a big problem with the books and the manuals, and I will say speakers and trainers who talk about customer service. You read any book, you watch any speaker, they'll tell you there's two things that you need to do to stand out from the crowd. The first is you must always go the extra mile. And the next one is you must always exceed expectations. These comments, these phrases are 40 years old. Nothing's ever changed. But celebrity service is a bit different. And that's something I'm extremely proud of. And you get this right, and the clients who have booked me to speak or who have bought the book, who have taken on celebrity service, the results, the awards, the increased profits, the increased customer satisfaction has gone through the blooming roof. And that, as much as I'm a speaker and a storyteller and a performer, I'm in this for the results. And that's the biggest thing any speaker can take away from an hour's talk, if a 30-minute talk or a full day seminar. It's the biggest thing that they can take away. Did that answer your question? I don't know.
It did. And Geoff, I love the way you've explained that you treat everyone like a celebrity. It's a bit similar to when we was in salons. We was always told when anyone comes into the salon, treat them like it was your mom. Would speak to them like you'd be speaking to your mom. So it's very similar, but you probably actually treat a celebrity a bit better than your mom, thinking about it as well. I just want to say hello to Casper Craven because I spoke with him the other day.
Who else have we got here? Have we got any questions? Have we got any comments? Is Casper not on a boat? Is he on dry land? Is he all right?
He's on dry land at the moment with his great new books, sharing his great story.
Fantastic.
So I want to come to our next question.
Yeah.
Speaking can be an hard industry, especially for new aspiring speakers or established speakers that are feeling stuck. You have built a great international business. What do you think holds your success to that? What has helped your success to build that international business?
I don't know. There might be 1,000 things, little things that have all helped. I don't think there's one or two big areas. I suppose if you had to put everything under one big umbrella would be relationships. It always will be. It always has been. Relationships with bureaus, with agents. You know, when people contact me, I try to get back to as soon as I can. You know, speed is important. I have the utmost respect for bureaus because I think they have an absolute, extremely hard job on their hands, going in between client and speaker, and matching the best fit. Relationships with clients. You know, it's quite incredible. You know, sort of. I do come across many speaker sites or groups, and you know, I don't want to give my IP away, and I don't want to give them my slides. And the client says, "Can we have some slides to give to the audience?" Just give them. Just give your slides away. Just be easy to work with. Just be the most easiest person on earth. The answer is always yes. Geoff, we've got a bit of a problem this afternoon. The speaker hasn't turned up. Would it be possible? Yeah. What do you want? Before they've even had to ask, and they say, "Would you like me to do an extra 20 minutes?" Oh, would you? And you take all of that hassle away. You take all of that, because running an event, having an event, is a stressful process. This is like organizing your wedding, right? You've got the venue, you've got the catering, you've got the accommodation, you've got people to invite, you've got maps, you've got all sorts of things to be the easiest person. So, you know, in terms of what has helped me, I would like to think relationships. I take my subject very seriously, but I don't take myself seriously. I like to think I'm approachable. People phone me. Yeah, people can answer my phone, and I've got people who work for me, but people can always get to me. But relationships is a big one. That's a big one. Content. You know what? If you say, always be updating your content. Always be, and I've constantly got my camera on me, which is my phone. And I'm constantly looking for opportunities, and I'm hoping that I'm going to get something every day, and I can't, and I don't. But you're on a train, you're on a plane, you're in a restaurant, you're at a fun fair, and you just, if I capture a great piece of marketing or a poor piece of service, that all becomes content. So I'll give you an example, and I had this on my Mac here at the minute. I must have over 600-700 slides, videos, stuff, all my stuff. You've got to take your own stuff. It's pointless getting a photograph of something else where the speaker after you has the same photograph. We talk about originality. We've got to be original. And I spoke for a very well-known burger chain in Vienna just this Monday, and you know who it is. And it was back in 2012. And we took Grace down to the Olympic Park. We went to day 4 of the Paralympics. It was a stunning, inspirational day. And I recorded a video of Grace interacting with the McDonald's Happy Meal box, which is all Olympics. And I recorded it because it was a wonderful piece of marketing, but also it shows you how they engage with families. And I took a selection of photographs as well. I've had that on my slide deck since 2012. On Monday, I played it for the first time. And it's just, you capture things thinking this could go down well for this audience. Even if you don't have a booking at that time, you're always collecting. So to help new aspiring speakers, you know what makes them stand out? Relationships. That's how I hopefully built my business. But also you change your content. You've got your A game stories. And I've got stories that they'll be with me for 30 years and I'll never be tired of telling them. And the audiences love them, and I get a lot of feedback from them. But you're always trying to bring in a bit of new, bit of something else into the mix.
Some great tips there, Geoff, as in getting rid of some of the old, but keeping the best bits, updating it, trendy up, and that's obviously going to keep you up to date, keep you current. It is always about moving forwards and staying up to date. So I think that will really help some of the viewers that are aspiring to speak. I want to ask you as well, Geoff, how do you find traveling? Because on your social media, you're in so many different countries. Yeah. How do you cope with the travel?
You've asked me at the wrong time. I've had an issue with my spine for a number of years, and it went last July, and I had a prolapsed disc, so excruciating. I was in bed for 3 weeks. It was in the 6 weeks holidays, and it takes about 18 months to heal, recover. And it went last Wednesday again, not as severe, but I'm sat here now with an ice pack. And yeah, so, but I had commitments with McDonald's on Monday, with Specsavers on Tuesday, with an event I did in Newcastle on Wednesday, and then yesterday I was in Alton Towers for Lyrico, the Office people, and it's been tough. It's been a mixture of planes and walking, but I've got to try and walk. So actually, you've asked it at the perfect time. I've always wanted to do this. I love doing this. I love to travel. I love to see different cultures. Can I show you this? So I buy different, this is from Switzerland. This was 2 weeks ago. This is when I spoke in Ireland. So I got a Titanic. So I collect things from wherever I go, and I love to travel. Oh my God. So my office is full of all this stuff. I've done 40 international individual countries, which I'm extremely proud of. But the travel is tough, and it has taken its toll, and it is taking its toll. I don't know how I've got through this week, if I'm brutally honest. But there is a thing. That was it. There is a thing. There's a thing called adrenaline, and I wish you could buy it. I kind of wish you could buy it, because as soon as somebody introduces me on stage, and as soon as I walk up there, 50% of my pain just goes. It's gone.
Yeah.
So that's been a big help. So travel is tough. I love it, but I try and travel well. And yeah, it's part of life. I would sooner do this than be sat in an office all day, for sure.
I definitely did ask you that at a good time, but I think what I've taken away from that, you've got a great lifestyle, you're doing amazing things like I want to do, I want to become international, but at the same time, it shows people that it's not all glamorous all of the time, but I can totally relate to what you're saying about adrenaline, because when you've spoken, you do just have such a buzz. It's so addictive.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, and it's I spoke at the Made Festival, so it was voted #1 entrepreneurs festival in the UK, and I've spoke three of their last 4 conferences, and they've been in Sheffield. Last year's was at the Crucible, which was my greatest ever venue of all time. I've been a snooker fan all my life, so it was at the Crucible in Sheffield, and the I was emceeing the whole day. And I'm not an MC, but I was also doing my interactive stuff on Celebrity and OMG. So I said I would do it. And because it was the Crucible, I couldn't say no, but my back was screaming last October time. Got through the entire day. Felt great. As soon as I got on the train, bang. I'm like, where's that drug? Where's that drug? I want that drug. But it's wonderful. It is wonderful. The travel, the places I've seen, the cultures, the people, just brilliant, just brilliant. I couldn't have dreamt of this when I set out 9 years ago to become a professional speaker, and to get outside of the Northeast. Carlisle was the furthest I'd ever gone, and to think of the countries and some of the places I've been to. I still pinch myself at airports and trains going, somebody wants me in Japan for these stories, for my content. That is quite a surreal moment. Never take it for granted. I would like to think I've never took it for granted, but never take anything for granted. Yeah, it's a wonderful lifestyle. Right, Casper. He's off the board. What's he just said? There's a question.
How do you balance home life with all the travel?
Okay, right. Okay. Hello, Casper, mate. How are you doing? Quite easily. Actually, quite easily. What you see on social media. Now, this week's been crazy, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Events, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That doesn't happen every week. So next week I've got 1 event, just 1. The week after I've got 3. But I can go 2 weeks without nothing. like there's nothing in the diary. So I'll do a bit of blog, and I'll do a bit of this, and I'll do a bit of this on the YouTube, and I'll book some travel, and I'll just do some stuff. So I think what people see on social media is, oh my God, where is he now? Where's he now? And flipping heck, he's never at home. And it's quite surreal. I get clients who will email me and say, Geoff, when you're next in the country, can we have a chat? And I'm like, I've been here for 2 weeks. And there's a perception of, when you see photographs, when you see stuff, and you go back in and time just flies by, there's a perception that I'm never here. And that is actually not true. Now I know there's some speakers in the world that'll do 200 talks a year. I have no interest in that whatsoever. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in killing myself and living out of a suitcase. I have a young family. So Grace is 11, Elliot's 6. I've got no interest. But yeah, it's a good home life balance. I possibly spend, as a father, more time with my kids than anybody else who has a normal job. I'll possibly see them more. But it's just perception. I promise you, it's perception. I know some people do hundreds of gigs, and I'm seriously, I'm not interested. But maybe I do 60, 70 a year, 60. I don't count. Some speakers here, this is 9,042, and I've inspired over 6 trillion people. I do 50, 60, whatever events a year. So some of it ideally would be one a week. That's perfect. One a week, full fee gig somewhere. Everybody's happy. 5 days at home. But no, sometimes you've got nothing for 2 weeks. Sometimes you've got 4 in a week. So the balance is good. The balance is good. And there we go.
I always wonder how they count them, because I wouldn't have the time to just be counting loads of up all my statistics, if I could say it. And I really related to what you said about how you have the high, but then you have the low afterwards, as in with you when you were speaking in Sheffield. I really related to that, because I think where you get the big high, you always get the low. And that was a great question from Casper. And I do think it's really important to have a home life balance as well. It's having a combination of everything to have a fulfilled life. So thank you for Casper for a great question there.
It's good, and what I would say, and that is for those who with partners, wives, husbands, that is critical. That is crucial. I couldn't do what I do without Hayley, what she does. Hayley works from home. She's got her own business, but very much. Although I'm self-employed, I run my own business, and people say, "Oh, well, you can do what you want." Not really, not when somebody wants you and you go traveling and you're away for a night, or you're away for a week, or you're away for 10 days. So last month I was in Australia. I did 5 days in Melbourne, 5 days in Brisbane. Wonderful, great, brilliant. Did 3 conferences, met people, met clients, had a wonderful time. But you need that, you really need that support network to allow you to go out there. School drop-offs, pickups, meals, after schools, clubs, you name it, the works. But it is a good balance. It is a good balance. I think right now, apart from the obvious sort of signs of aging and dying, right now, life is pretty perfect with balance. Yeah.
It's great that you've got the balance right, Geoff. It is really great. Can I ask you what's new for Geoff, what you're working on right now?
Yes, you can. That wasn't in your list of questions that you sent me.
I wanted to ask it you.
Yes. I always try to do at least one big thing a year. I've always have done in business, sort of to create something. And I'm currently writing and about to launch. I've been about to launch this for 6 months, but about to launch the Celebrity Service 2nd edition of the book. I was happy with with the book in its current form and how it is. I'm extremely proud of this one. So I've kept all of the content that I had in the original book, but I must have added 40, 50 stories, ideas, results, techniques, you name it, from what I've gathered over the last couple of years. So Celebrity Service, the second edition, will hopefully be out in the next month or so. So that's the next new big thing. Yeah, I think that's it. I have got an idea of a video, to camera video, something speakers wise, not a show reel, but something a little bit different. But that's all in maybe it's the end of the year. It's just a thought at the moment.
Well, I'll look forward to looking out for that new video. And can you share in the links later the link to OMG Marketing and Celebrity Service?
Yeah, of course.
And can I just ask for the last question, what is the best way for people to connect with you, to interact with you, to follow you?
Dead easy. Just type my name into anything, because there's not many Rams in the world. So my name is Geoff Ramm. It's Geoff Ramm. So there's 120 odd videos on YouTube. There's me speaking, sharing stories, ideas to audiences. There's me out there filming great customer service or great marketing. So help yourself to YouTube, subscribe, it's free, help yourself. On Amazon, there's the trilogy. There's OMG Strikes Back, and Celebrity Service. But if you are going to buy Celebrity Service, I would wait a few weeks till the new one's Twitter at Geoff Ramm, Facebook, you got it. Yeah, just type in Geoff Ramm. And if you want to connect, LinkedIn, exactly the same. But yeah, video's the biggest one. YouTube. And you said about what can help speakers. Video. Bureaus, clients, they can't book you if they can't see you. And what they're saying, if it's not good enough, they're never going to book you. You've got to put your best stuff out there. So yeah, that's what I would say.
You've gave us some great takeaways today, Geoff. I've really enjoyed interviewing you, and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on Brilliant Speaker.
My pleasure.
And thank you everyone for watching. We'll catch you all soon.
Have a great one. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care.
Take care, Geoff. Bye.